Hello everyone. So Senator Natasha, trust that woman. She's a lioness. She's fierce. She's bold. She's courageous. She's audacious. She is who she says she is and more. Anyway, Senator Akpabio's wife came out to do one interview and that she's suing Senator Natasha and all of that. Then, Senator Natasha has also come out to say that Senator Akpabio's wife should sit down and refrain from defending her husband, that he has a capacity to speak for himself. And so this is her getting back at him. And by the way, this is a matter between two senators. So wife of or husbands or spouses or should go and find another WhatsApp group and do their own fight if they want to do their own fight here. This is not a woman fight. That's why Senator Akpabio's wife is coming out. This is two senators this thing, and she's standing her ground, and she made that allegation, and she said that, she even said he has a right to reply. Let him do that. And so this is People's Gazette reporting. He's saying Natasha Akpabio, the senator representing Kogi Central, has asked Ekaite, make you dey hear the wife of Nigeria Senate President Godswill Akpabio, to allow her husband to defend himself. Her husband is not people. He's not a baby. He has mouth. This is not the first time. Thank God this one did not slap him. The other one that slapped him. Did Ekaite come out to say anything? No, it is not that she wants to run her mouth. On Friday, Mrs. Akpabio alleged that Mr. Akpabio made sexual advances towards her in the Senate chamber. She further alleged that the sexual harassment occurred during a visit to his country home in Akwa Ibom, recounting that the incident took place a day before her birthday, which is also before his birthday. They are birthday mates. Appearing on Arise TV, the Kogi senator claimed that Mr. Akpabio's alleged actions stemmed from her motion on corruption relating to Ajakuta Steel, which she noted was repeatedly blocked from being heard on the floor of the Senate. Although the wife of the Senate President, Ekaite, has denied the allegations of sexual harassment against her husband, she described Mrs. Akpabio's claim as false and a figment of wide imagination. So I was just saying that I'm reading it in my head. I'm thinking, how are you coming out to boldly say it's false? Did they say you were there? Were you there? Were you the one? Are you the one? Are you part of his what? Body parts that you're always with him and know what's going on? Or is it that you just don't want to accept the reality and so you will deny it until you're blue in the face? She explained that her husband had always been a disciplined, jovial man who respected women, especially those working with him. Not with his word. We've seen his word, we've seen his action. It hasn't looked respectful. Mrs. Akpabio had also filed fundamental rights and defamation suits against Kogi senator, demanding 250 billion in damages. But in a letter dated March 1st, Mrs. Senator Akpabio, said she was not interested in involving Mrs. Ekaite in the unfortunate saga surrounding the allegation against her husband, Nigerian Senate President. The Kogi senator, through her counsel, Victor Giwa, stated in the letter that her allegations were directed at the Senate President personally and not even to his office. She further asserted that Mr. Akpabio has the capacity to defend himself and refute any of the allegations against him. Our client is not desirous of calling you out into the unfortunate saga surrounding her allegations against the Senate President and wishes that you restrain yourself from delving into obscene circumstances. While she has tolerated all the harassment from the Senate President, she was constrained to reveal the unfortunate torture and victimization she has endured in the Red Chamber. The letter said. It added, consequently, we would like to state that the allegations of our client are personal to the Senate President, and our client believes the Senate President has the capacity to defend himself and refute any of these allegations against him. Our client has concrete evidence to substantiate her allegations. We suggest that you leave the defense of the allegations for the Senate President to maintain your sanity and that of your family. Mrs. Akpabio has come under several attacks from supporters of Mr. Akpabio. Where am I reading? So I think I'm reading a bit too much. My mind is on something it's time for prayers. I need to go off. So I don't know. So let me just calm down and finish this and go off. Mrs. Akpabio has come under several attacks from supporters of Mr. Akpabio since she alleged that he sexually harassed her in the Senate chamber and in his private home. Thank God she was even there with her husband. If not that she was there with her husband, they would have said, what took you there? Is that not why you went there? Is that not why you... Thank God they were together with the husband when this happened. Many of Mr. Akpabio's supporters have also come out to defend him, sharing photographs of the Kogi senator interacting with the Senate president and other principal officers shortly after she arrived at the Senate. And I saw that picture going on, and I really don't understand what they mean by that picture. She shouldn't interact with it. She didn't start. There was one she was doing a selfie. I think they were sort of like maybe like on a visit somewhere. It may probably international engagement, because I saw the way they were wearing, looking something. She took that, and what is there? You are coming in there, your senior president, your colleague. Definitely you do. Does that now relate? Does that now mean that the person should now come and start sexually harassing you and doing, you know, all the things that this is the accusation that is here? The long and short of it is the fact that Akpabio should go home and focus on her home. If she needs to hold her husband accountable, let her go and be holding her husband accountable. If she needs to control her husband, let her go and control her husband. If she needs to put him on a leash, let her go and do that. Let her just take herself out of this. They didn't call her into this business. She's not the one that did the harassing. Her husband did, and she should allow the husband face the music. Let him face the music, and that's it. And for those of you who are coming out to say that, I saw one who did a comment. I didn't say I wanted to answer the comment. I just felt sometimes there's even no need. Oh, Mrs. Akpabio has the right to come and defend her husband. You, Aisha, if somebody did that to your husband, will you not come out and defend? I won't come out and defend nonsense and lies, especially if you know that your husband is that kind of a person who does that thing all the time. This is not the first time. For everybody, let's understand the fact that this is not the first time that a high-ranking woman has come out to accuse Akpabio of this. There are many other people who might not have the courage to be able to come out. You know what it is. You come against a big man, they will crush you, they will bite, they will break you, they will do all sorts of things. They will make you even doubt yourself. You yourself that the thing happened to, they will make you doubt yourself. The way they will have supporters that will come. And you know, in Nigeria, it's the victim that will always want to victimize more. We malign, we call all sorts of things, whereas the perpetrators, we leave them alone. We always try to vilify the victims. You know, I think it's that cowardly nature that is among a lot of Nigerians, where they can't take on the perpetrator, so they would rather put their energy on the victim. But on this one, I trust Natasha Akpabio. She is who she says she is.